Hello, all you wonderful people. I have to tell you what I did today. It may not surprise some of you. If you've been following me for a while, that light is shining back in my glasses, so I'm going to take them off. This is actually the second video I've done for you. The first one, thank goodness I looked at it, because somehow it went into slow motion and you was talking like this. And I don't think that'd be very interesting. Well, today went up to an outlet bread store and actually found bread for $1.35. And you know as well as I do, that's a good find. They've just priced us out of everything. And somebody asked me what I've been doing on my video I put up last night, because I'm trying to put up as many as I can to kind of get back in the routine. And what I've been up to, well, I've been up to a lot of things. I moved to Arkansas, moved again, stayed in Arkansas, moved into the woods, live in a great house with lots of wildlife, not to mention 5 dogs. 2 of them you see behind me. We've got over here Strider, and over here we got Lucy. And hiding over there on the other side of the camera is Hey, we got 2 more in the other part of the house. There are 7 of us that live here, 8 of us that live here. Randy comes and goes. He works out of town, and so when he's between jobs, he's a Boilermaker, and so between jobs he comes and stays here, and then we have 8. And so to find any kind of anything at discount prices is a plus. Unfortunately, I found a grocery store. I don't know where I saw it, and so I'll have to go back up and look for it, I guess, to see if I can find it. It was near where this outlet store is at, and the bread store. But that being said, let's move on. That's not the purpose of my video. It's just to talk and catch up with everybody. I decided to run for office. They know that I have dementia, but have decided that that's okay, that I have dementia. So we'll see how that goes. And I think I'll be all right. I really do. I think with all the supplements and things that I've been taking, my face is a lot better. My memory's doing a little bit better, I think. It's hard to tell with memories, because people say I said things or did things and I don't have any memory of them. But I do think that I'm doing better. Like I said, once we get going, I'll share a little bit more about what I'm doing and what I'm taking as we get back in a routine, and I know you know me, that kind of thing. Because right now I can't come out and say anything, because if I did, you know, I could get in trouble, and I wouldn't want to say something that would get me in trouble or anything. But you know, we've come up with ways around that before. We live in the country, frankly in the middle of nowhere, on the side of a mountain, and we have panthers. We caught a bear on one of our security cameras, a bear cub. It was so stinking cute. It was playing in the backyard, but we knew Mama was around somewhere, so what are you gonna do? It's not like you can go out there and play with it. There's a panther out here that everybody has seen except me. Now, if I was the only one that had seen it, then maybe I'd be kind of a doubting Thomas, but everybody's seen it but me. I don't want to see it unless it's in a picture or I'm behind glass, because I don't want to meet up with that big thing at all. This room, I put this room on. This part is underneath a carport, and we built the hall to come out to here. This part behind you is actually out in the driveway, and that's the flat part, and that part of the roof was leaking, and it was terrible. And they actually got snow up here. I guess we live at a high enough elevation, we got snow. And we live on a ridge, which if you don't know what a ridge is, I didn't know what a ridge was, but it's kind of like it's a mountain in the middle of flat land. I guess is where the glaciers met and pushed the land up, and we live at the top of a ridge. And when we first moved out here, all I could think of every time I was working on this room or doing something, I kept thinking, "Oh, to Billy Joe," and because I kept thinking about ridge, and right now the lyrics are not coming to me, but let's see. It's Tallahatchie Bridge, but it's Choctaw Ridge, up on Choctaw Ridge. And that kept running through my brain, Choctaw Ridge. But this is Crawley's Ridge, not Choctaw, but Crawley's Ridge. And it runs many miles from top of the north of the state, southern part of the state. And we're just on part of it. Loving it here. But when the roof was leaking, I had to go out and decided the rest of the house it's a tin roof, and I tried tin and it didn't work. And so I thought, well, I'm just gonna put shingles up, because it's nothing's gonna come through the shingles. Well, I got up there and I was pulling the tin off, and there was still snow right there, and there were paw prints. I'm not kidding, that big. And that panther apparently had been up there. And this room, I didn't live in this room because we didn't have the hall built, and I wasn't gonna sleep outside, and didn't have a ceiling up, or I had insulation up, but I didn't have boards above the insulation, which I do now. But I didn't have the ceiling, and we used this room as part of like a refrigerator or freezer, because it was down below freezing. And we'd come in here and whole containers of food would be gone, and we couldn't figure out what had happened to this food. And pretty soon started noticing that the insulation was caving in, and when I saw the paw prints right there of the panther, well, we knew that the panther had been in my room stealing food. And so before I moved in, I went up there and closed all that off. I put boards across the top, the insulation, and then a ceiling, because I do not want that thing joining me in bed. These dogs are okay in my bed, but I do not want any panthers in my bed. No thank you, or bears for that matter, because the bears are now getting into the trash, so we have to lock the trash. But I'm loving it. I mean, I think it's awesome. I do. I get giddy about it. And the fun thing was when they had the solar eclipse where I'm at, we had the total eclipse. And I tell you what, I felt like I was 4 years old, and it was the most exciting thing I'd ever seen in my life. I literally just squealed total eclipse. I was not expecting to have that kind of reaction to it, but I've always been very interested in that kind of stuff, and the planets, and astronomy and that kind of thing, and flight and space travel, and all that, and sci-fi stuff, and and just to be alive at a time when I could see, and in a place that I could see it totally eclipsed, was just the most awesome thing. And then to see the Northern Lights in Arkansas, I mean, what a year. Seriously, what a year. Panthers, bears, tigers and bears, oh my. And you know, the Northern Lights, a total solar eclipse. You know, it seems like the people in Central America get this all the time, but we don't, and so we get to see it. And then it's only the people up in Alaska and up there that get to see the Northern Lights. So it's been a really cool year. I just can't get over it. I just thought it was the most awesome thing in the world. And I'm going to do what I used to do in the videos, is I'm going to give you a color at the end. And so if you stay all the way to the end, then you'll know what color I said. And then you put it in the comments. But, excuse me, I got to get something to drink, otherwise I'll lose my voice. But no cheating. Don't look and see what somebody else puts as a color, because you made it this far. Of course, we're 10 minutes into this, so chances are you're going to stick through the whole thing. But anyway, I went to the bread store, got ready to get the video set to send up to YouTube, so they'll be up this afternoon before now. And of course, when I went back to check it and everything was in slow motion, I couldn't believe it. I don't know if I hit a button. I don't know what I did, but oh well. Maybe this is a better one. I had more fun things to talk about than I did being interrupted by the GPS telling me where to go and how to get to the bread store. So anyway, thank you for all the love and support you're showing me. Thank you for the nice compliments that I'm getting. Somebody wanted to know why I was looking better. I would say the number one reason is that we are past the we are well past the teenagers in danger of dying, the death of my father, COVID, my hair grew back, I lost my hair, you know, so, and I decided back then that there's nobody's going to cause me to lose my hair again, because I will not put that much stock into anybody that's going to make me lose my hair. And, you know, we are all one big happy family again. I mean, we were told by the family therapist that if I did what I did, I would never see those boys again, which has been complete lie, a misnomer. We have a much stronger relationship now than we ever had. And I am so proud of them that I can't even begin to tell you how proud I am of all three of my young men. And they are, except for one, they're grown now. So Aiden is the oldest. Aiden and Randy are the two that are of age. And my other one's 16 and still at home. The other two are working, and like I told you yesterday, Kennedy Space Center. I looked at the transcript and it said Candy Space Center. I don't know where Candy Space Center is located. Kennedy Space Center. He's not real happy there, so he'll probably be moving on pretty soon. But you know, he's young. He can do whatever he wants to. He wants to go to college. He wants to go back to college and study engineering, and that's what he's wanted to do since the 7th grade. And so I told him today, I said, you got to do it. If you want to do it, you've been talking about it since 7th grade. You know, do it. Because welding is hard on the body. And, you know, he's young now, but we don't want to wear out that body before 40, you know. And Randy wants to keep up with Aiden, so I'm hoping that means that Randy will go to college. And they're both smart as a tack, so sharp as a tack, so there's no reason they can't. They've been reading at a college level. All three of my boys have been reading at a college level since 6th grade, so they're not going to have a problem if they decide to go on. But that's the proud mama talking. And so at this time, I'm going to give you a color, and it's blue. So remember, live life to the fullest and live life with no regrets, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.